Good morning. Welcome to Thinking is Contagious. I wanted to talk a little bit about a commercial I saw. I don't know if you guys have seen it. There's a website called Master Class. And on this Master Class, there's a bunch of self anointed celebrities on there. Supposedly, they're there to give you advice. Now, let me ask you a question. First of all, the name Master Class. What would happen if Masterclass, the endorsers, the originators, the founders, the people who were promoting the site, what would happen if it was Donald Trump, Matthew McConaughey, Senator Tim Scott, Rand Paul, Clint Eastwood? Would they be allowed to even get on television, social media, anywhere? Would that master class be allowed anywhere to be advertised? What would it probably would be labeled some kind of Nazi supremacist. And by the way, when you say master class, people who are promoting master class are also people who are saying they want to get rid of white supremacy. How does that tie into a site called Master Class? Interesting, isn't it? I guess it depends who's promoting it and who's allowed to call themselves a master class. And like I said, who says that they're master class? Who says that they are anyone that we need to emulate? To the point, there's a person on there. I don't even know who it is. And listen to his pitch for master class. Knowledge is gangster. Knowledge is gangster. So the very thing you're trying to promote, knowledge, what you're trying to promote is this expertise that you want to impart upon people. Well, the way you get to them and the way you make it sound cool is by tying it into gangster. Last I looked, gangster wasn't a very good term. So what are you promoting? It goes back to what we've been talking about all the time. It's culture, the problem here, not race. Gangster. Leads right into what statistics say. Follow the science. The liberals love to say, follow the science. Statistics. Follow that. Well, let's look at some statistics. Based on the based on the premise, that the master class is going to teach us how to behave and act. The master class is saying that knowledge is gangster. And then you wonder why the following reactions occur. Last statistics I saw, and I believe they were compiled based on 2020, when you look at homicides in this country, the homicide rate among African Americans is 24 per 100,000. The homicide rate, and I'm rounding it off, it's 24.3 or 4. The homicide rate among white Americans is just under 12, 11.6, 11.8 per 100,000. So round numbers about 2 to 1. But that's not, it gets worse. Okay, because in those statistics, what you have to realize is the following. 67%, two-thirds of white gun deaths are self-inflicted, while approximately 30% in the African-American race is self-inflicted. So quick math tells you that takes the homicide rate by gun in the African-American community to approximately 16 per 100,000, and in the white community approximately 4 per 100,000. So it's 4 to 1. Gangster. Knowledge is gangster. Knowledge is gangster. Guns are the way you solve domestic disputes, because that's the way gangsters do it. And then they tell me that it's a race problem. No, it's a cultural problem. And even more to the point, okay? because you're always hearing about the disparities, the discrepancies among who is doing the killing. Okay, because you say, okay, so it's this death rate, this homicide rate among blacks is 4 times the whites, but who's killing the blacks? Well, blacks killing blacks makes up about 91%. 91% of those deaths. And whites, whites killing blacks is about 2%. Blacks killing whites is about 81%. And whites killing whites is about 80%. Now, again, why this disparity? And when you look at the whites killing whites, remember again, at 80%, you say, well, 80% to 91% is not a huge difference. Again, 2/3 of that 80% is suicide. So really, when you think about it, you're talking about maybe 30%, 27% whites killing whites among that homicide rate. And if you back out a third, you're talking about 60 blacks killing blacks. So the numbers follow the science. Maybe knowledge is gangster isn't such a good message, right? Maybe it isn't such a good message when you see 50 people shot in Chicago on one weekend and 8 dying. Maybe that isn't such a good message. I think we should rethink it. And by the way, I think we should also rethink about allowing something called master class on the airwaves or anywhere. Because if Facebook can ban Donald Trump, if Facebook can ban Donald Trump based on the fact that he's causing hatred, he's promoting hatred, why can't I say that something called master class that says gangster, knowledge is gangster, why can't I not say that that's promoting hatred, that that's promoting violence, that that's promoting guns as a solution? I think that the biggest deterrent against guns would be to say that the gangster attitude, the gangster life, the gangster way, not promoting that, saying how bad that is. But no, everything you see on music videos, everything you see in movies, it is promoting that anything is acceptable behavior. Because at the end, we always figure out a way how to make the gangster a nice guy. No, he's not a nice guy. He's a gangster. He's a gangster. And when we figure out in this country that we need to solve the culture problem that is running rampant in this country, that's when we will see the end of gun violence, or the very much diminished occurrence of gun violence. Put the blame where it belongs, on those masterclass attitudes, on that statement that knowledge is gangster. Put the emphasis where it belongs. Listen to the music, listen to the message, and then it's, oh no, this is expression, this is freedom. Yes, it is freedom of speech, it is expression. But guess what? If you want it, so does the conservative side want it, so does the right want it, so do the Donald Trump followers want it. The people who believe in law and order, the people who believe in the American economic capitalistic economy, the people who believe in less government. We're just as entitled to our master classes as you would be to yours. Look at these commercials, watch them, watch the messages that are being sent to our kids, and then you wonder why you see these shootings. And I'm sorry, but the statistics prove it out. It's primarily in the African American demographic where the gun becomes the divorce lawyer, where the gun becomes the litigating attorney, where the gun becomes the solution to a business problem, where the gun becomes a solution to a dispute of any type. It is more prevalent there than anywhere else. And it's about time we open our eyes to it. Final thing, I don't know if you saw, but there was a headline. I didn't even read it. I just saw the headline because you could tell what it is, about an African American, or excuse me, a black man, because I believe he was from Africa, who lived in Hawaii. It says, no protests after a black man is killed by police in Hawaii. That's the headline. Then you read into the story, it tells you that he resisted arrest, he attacked an officer, gave one a concussion. Guess why he's dead? Because knowledge is gangster. That's why he's dead. Because you got to show him that you're a gangster. So you show him that you're smart, that you're important, that you're rich, that you're wealthy. You're a gangster. And if anybody questions that, they're a racist, or a misogynist, or a homophobe. The midterm elections are close. Time we make a statement. The infrastructure of Biden's socialist agenda is crumbling. I don't know if you saw, Senator Manchin came out and saying that he basically opposes the Biden agenda, the tax and spend agenda. It's a good step in the right direction. And like him, I'm sure there's other Democrats that are going to do the same thing. I think America is waking up to the fact that we have a puppet in the White House whose strings are being pulled by those people who are threatening to expose him and his family for the criminal enterprise that they are. And I think that America is saying we've had enough. And I think America is saying we don't need government to tell us what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. So I think things are looking up. Okay, as a side note, not that it really matters, but I'll be turning 65 in a week. Share a birthday with Donald Trump. Will be turning 75. I'm proud to say I share a birthday with Donald Trump. Share my birthday with my father. I'm proud to say I share a birthday with my father. And I thank you guys for listening. And I ask you to see if maybe you spread this around. Get some subscribers. You can do it. And let's push our message forward, okay? Have a good day. I'll get back to you in a few more. Thanks.